Hi, my name is Nuraini Shabia Jamila. My metric number is 107 and 294, and this is my Identity Cube project where I explore personal identity using materials like threads, tissue paper, flowers, and acrylic pen. I mainly use black and brown threads to represent my core concept. So, in this project, one of the most successful part was how I was able to express identity through materials. At first, I only thought of doing like printing the papers into like apple papers and just like stamp it on the cube. But as I was like brainstorming with my friends, I feel like I found out the threads help me represent connection and complexity while using a tissue to make a flowers added a softer emotional layer. So these flowers actually things that I found back in TikTok. I searched like flower tissue and it came out. So I guess that I should have just used that. So I use it on my cube. So and I think like the visual outcome clearly reflects my idea of identity as layered and not simple. However, there are also things that could be improved, and the biggest issue that I faced was assembling the cube. I am regretting the fact that I did not assembling it first before making the whole cube. I just decided to cut them on the 30 cm side, 111, and I just painted, do it all of it instead of assembling it at first. So when I assembled it, it turns out bad. I can't assemble it like good, like everything is falling apart, and I was super stressed because it's making my I feel like it's toned down the actuals image that I planned. And because of this, I was not able to properly connect all sides into a stable structure, so I had to use the paper tape as the solution. And because of this, the final cube that I submitted is not as strong as clean, it's not as strong or clean as I originally planned it. Next, my creative process started with a simple idea of identity being fragmented. At first, I only planned to use pen, but later I experimented with threads and tissue to make it more expressive. And I love the threads so much, so as you can see from my cube, threads I use widely, like everywhere there are threads because I love it so much. And my concept also evolved as I work with the materials and not before it. I realized that materials themselves can change the directions of the idea. For example, the side where all the chains got they partially I at first I just want to make it like chains with words all of it, but as I evolve, I feel like putting threads there, putting like shredded threads there, make it looks more cohesive with the other side. So yeah, that's the final outcome. The main challenges that I faced was problem solving the structure and time management. I also learned that planning is important, but flexibility is just as important in art making. And sometimes the mistakes become part of the final meaning. So, from this Identity Cube project, I learned how to translate abstract ideas like identity into physical form. I also learned to adapt when things do not go as planned and still create something meaningful. And overall, this project taught me that identity is not fixed, but something that is full, layers, and constantly challenging. Thank you!